Since apparently I was as stuck with Steve Walker as he was with Edward Teach, I decided I'd better interest myself in his affairs. Steve got out of jail the next morning, but he was definitely on probation with a college. He had to win the big track meet, see, called the Broxton Relays, or he'd be finished. The trouble was that this team of his was the sorriest group of frail and puny youths I'd ever seen in my whole lifetime, and I've seen some frail and puny youths. They were so pitiful that the local gamblers, led by a scurvy lad named Silky, after Silk, you see, were placing huge odds against their winning. Well, I devised a little plan to help everybody by placing a bet on his team and then invisibly assisting them to win. Thus we'd collect the bet from the gamblers, don't you see, give the money to the daughters of the Buccaneers, a good deed indeed, and I would be free of limbo. But, you see, the trouble was, Steve obstinately wouldn't hear of it.
How fares your day today, eh?
As if I don't have enough troubles.
For a short, wonderful while there, I thought I'd lost you.
You know where I've been? I've been in Godolphin town, roaming the streets and shores of my young manhood.
You have, huh?
Soaking myself in nostalgia.
I know, I can smell it.
And you know, as fate would have it, I went down to one of these here gambling establishments by name Silky's
Hey,
Place.
take off, will you? I got a lot
And I overheard what some of the natives were saying on this here subject of gambling. See?
Go away, I mean it.
Now, if there's been one abiding passion of my life, it's been the placing of a gold or silver coin upon a wager. So when I heard that I could get 40, or listen to this, 50 to 1 on the forthcoming enterprise of your young rabbits, ooh, with all that...
What?
You want your lads to win, don't you? I can teach you how to do it.
Forget it.
Why should I? I was a good hand at the teaching young crews. 'Twas no accident, by thunder, I was known as the finest pirate ever to sail the Spanish Main. Or the Portuguese Main, either, for that matter. Now you'll be asking yourself with some impatience, why was this? I'll tell you why. I train my men to win! Win! Always win! By fair means or foul, by soft words and hard deeds, by treachery, by cunning, by malpractice, but always win.
You mean you have the unmitigated brass to ask me to let you train my team?
I'm not doing this for myself, believe me. No. I'm doing this for those dear, sweet old ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I am. The little lavender-scented ladies, I like to call them, that stagger up their rickety staircases of a night for their lanterns held aloft when the lights got too bad for nudging by, and say to one another, Ellen, where is our ship, of which Blackbeard is captain, and which may never now come to port at all?
You never mind the snow job. I feel just as sorry for those old women as you do, but that doesn't give you leave. Yes, I do. That doesn't give you leave to put your bloody paws onto my team. Now, you stay away from those boys, you understand me? We win anything, which I doubt, we're going to do it without cheating.
Without cheating? You've never lived, boy. You don't know what life is like.
Go away.
Those
Go
little old ladies.
maroon yourself
Tiny
somewhere,
old
will you?
ladies. Help me down, will you? Tiny
Go
old
on,
ladies.
go on.
You don't know what life is made of, little old thing. Oh, since Steve was so pig-headed, I decided it was necessary to take matters into my own hands. It was obvious that the poor fellow was not only accident-prone, but just plain unlucky in love as in everything else. His romance with a lovely professor from the college was in just as bad a condition as everything else. I decided to give him a hand in that department at the same time. That evening, Steve and his lady-love was having dinner at Silky's gambling establishment. In her purse, Joanne, for that was the maiden's name, had $900 in cash, which she had collected at a benefit for the daughters of the Buccaneers. Now, by dint of some excellent sleight of hand, and with the assist from my invaluable invisibility, I managed to fetch the $900, bet it on Godolphin's track team to win at 50 to 1 odds, and put the chit for the bet back into Joanne's handbag, unbeknownst to all. That is, unbeknownst to all until the day of the big track meet, at which time Joanne discovered the facts, seriously reproached Steve concerning them, who in his turn seriously reproached, who do you think? Me, of course.
You regard me strangely, son. Something amiss?
You took that money.
Money? Money. Oh, the odd flimsy I removed from the purse of your bookish wench. Why should that stir your ire?
Because it belongs to the little old ladies.
Now, looky here. You know as well as I do I replaced that money with a piece of paper will bring great wealth to them small old ladies. Money in 50-fold. Oh, I can't trust no one. I'll deal with this matter personally.
Wait a minute. Just how do you figure to do that?
By bringing a victory in the sport event which is taking place out there at this moment.
Aha!
Oh,
I told you once to give me that rubbing
Hey!
alcohol.
Oh, that's a dangerous move, me
That's
hearty.
not to drink, you idiot. What are you trying to do? Kill yourself?
A little late to think about that, isn't it?
Wait a minute. Let's get one thing straight between
Aye?
you and me right now. You're to keep your grubby paws off of my boys. You understand that? I don't know what you're trying to do out there, but you are not gonna do it. My team may not win out there, but whatever they do, they're gonna do it honest. Hands off. You got that?
All right, play it whatever way you like, you puppy. Get a help from me. You come crawling back, you will. I'll bring my boot to you, and I'll grind your mealy-mouthed jib into the dirt. I will.
As I watched the dismal disaster of Godolphin's puny boys pitched against the toughs and thugs of the other schools, I couldn't stand it, and thus, against Steve's noble desire, took a hand. Now, by thunder, I said to myself, there be a time to put aside the women and the dancing and the rum. There be a time to stow the puling and the dithering and the blib-blab. There be a time for action. Up the Jolly Roger. Inviolately invisible to all but Steve, I took a hand in things. In the eye jump, a slight assist in the seat of the pants caused the Godolphin boy to soar over the bar to a new meet record. In the pole vault, a single slash of my sword cut the opposing boy's pole in half, with sorrowful results for him. In the running races, the opponents were deftly spun round by yours truly and finished in the wrong direction. But, my masterpiece was in the relay race, the final event of the day, when all of the other team's batons strangely turned into hot dogs, pop bottles, or some such, and Godolphin, what do you think it did? Yes, won gloriously. I thought that this great triumph would solve all our problems, but I didn't reckon with the cockeyed thinking of young Steve, the feminine hill logic of his wench, nor the perfidy of Silky the gambler. I went back with Steve to his room, and we immediately started packing. While I was remonstrating with Steve, Joanne entered, and was not a little amazed at our conversation.
But why go now? I mean, the lads have triumphed, the wager's won, your wench is happy, there's enough money set aside for the old ladies. I fail to divine your reason for leaving.
Well, don't strain your brain.
Furthermore, when the mortgage is consigned to the flames tonight, there is a very good chance the horrible curse may be lifted off my good self, in which case you may be able to settle down to a serene, albeit somewhat dull life without me.
Look, Frizzface. You think I can stay around here after what happened out there tonight? What am I supposed to do for an encore? Yeah. No, I'm bailing out. I've got to go somewhere I can make a fresh start. Honestly, this time.
Very well. It'd be no concern of mine. I just think it may be a little early for you to be striking your colors.
Strike! Come in! Oh, hi.
Where are you going?
I'm leaving.
After taking my money and stirring everything up, you're running off and leaving us in the lurch? No, you don't.
What are you squawking about? You got it back, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Silky welched on the bet.
He what?
Well, he just laughed and said he wasn't going to pay off. Well, he's throwing Miss Stowcroft and the others out first thing in the morning.
Under normal conditions, if I can remember such a time, I have a sweet and a lovable nature.
Well, you know what I think?
If I may proffer a suggestion, son.
Shut up! Both of you.
Both of who?
I am sick and tired of people thinking and suggesting and giving me a lot of cheap advice. What I am gonna do, I am gonna find that happy hoodlum, and I am gonna wring that money out of his crooked little neck.
Steve, you can't. Not in your condition.
What condition?
Well, anyone can see you're hallucinating again, Steve. You can't fight Silky and his man.
She's right, son. This be a job what takes innards.
Innards? Oh, well, you just sit here and contemplate yours. I've got a job to do.
Permission to come with you, sir?
Oh, no, buddy boy, no more of your big ideas. I'm calling the shots this time.
Proud to serve under you, sir.
You mean that?
My word, sir, is the ultimate warranty.
All right, shipmate, let's go. Hey! Make ready the boarding party, Captain.
Thank you, Admiral.
Cutlass, might need that.
Oh, Steve. You really have flipped.
Confronted by Steve and Joanne, Silky and his hoodlums still reneged on the payment of the bet. Thus, it was necessary for me again to take a hand in things. By the time I was through tidying up Silky's place, the proprietor and all his assistants were good and truly belayed, Blackbeard style, and Steve and Joanne had the money which they promptly delivered to the daughters of the Buccaneers. I made a grand entrance some time later, called forth to all eyes present by Aldetha's antidote to curses. Cree-crew, hold it. Virgo Gebber, don't rush it. Calto Cree.
Good ladies, your welcome has touched me deeply. Loath as I am to play the gallant, I am bound to say that I've never beheld a concourse of fair creatures which has stirred me more. Oh, yes. Oh, thank ye for your esteem, thank ye. And yet you cannot know what it has been like for a person of my disposition to have been still of tongue, to have had no one to talk to, for 200 accursed and dusty years. Yet now my voice is heard once again. Oh, I do thank you. Yet stay, it is not my wish, as a person as generous as my good self, to seek to take the lion's share of the glory. No, no. Oh, no. This young rooster, my good friend, he played a modest part in your delivery from disaster.
Well, I'd only...
Not now, son, no. Our art is too full to hear more. Now, if I might have that vile document. Aldetha. The time is here. I go now to a distant, and I hope, hospitable shore. I beg of you, take notice of this. I, Edward Teach, Captain, affectionately known as Blackbeard, was not all bad.
So ends the story of my sojourn as a ghost. Not ended is my jolly life as a pirate with you children. Pay attention, that child on the left. Be assured we'll have many a pleasant voyage together, and in fair weather and foul, we'll always be comrades. Come along there. Move, move. I never seen such children in my life.